Hello, my name is DC. I'll be giving a match analysis for Parnu JK Vaprus versus Tallinna FCI or FCA, I'm not sure there, Levadia. All right, let's go. I think I've started this bit too in front. All right, okay, this is what we have. Let's go with it. Um, Before we even go further, this is a gigantic gap. Reason being, people say there's no one here, but look at all the space that he has. Yeah, but most likely in the most predictable situation, he's going to run there and then he's going to go and occupy the space that's been left. Or if not, people will move and then that space will move also. All right, so he's receiving the ball on the wing, the defender's going to chase. Mm, and that gap has just become even more bigger. It's just become more bigger. All right, so what does he do? He's able to play the ball. But for me, I do feel, in my humble opinion, he could be much more quicker to get to that ball. Yeah, and then again, but it doesn't really close it down. It doesn't do a good job at closing that ball down. So let's just go back a bit, right? He receives the ball here. As he's going there, he's supposed to sprint a bit. And by that, not sprinting to the extent that he goes past him, but should I say sprinting or just exaggerate body movement? By that, make it seem as if you're going to go somewhere, but just make sure you keep enough space such that you're able to maybe grab hold or just try to block him off as much as you can. Because in the perfect scenario, you'd want him to go further wide. You do not want him to go in the middle because there is space. There's a teammate coming here. These two players are occupied, and then there's another player coming here. All right, let's continue playing. And then it does the most simple thing. Even that's a terrible part. That's a terrible layoff. That is so bad. Because all he has to do is he doesn't even have to give him the ball exactly. He can just play it into the space and have his teammate take a shot, right? He doesn't do that. Instead, these two get in each other's way and then they mess it up. I mean, how do you do that? And then, mind you, I mean, let's not even talk about that. And then look at this before we even go further, right? Let's count how many bodies here. One, two, three, four, five, six. Six players. One, two, three. You have six players defending the box and about three. Okay, four. Four. Because, yeah, I know that most, but let's just say four, right? Who do you think will win in this one? And then again, he's out wide. Okay, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. There is one, he's not marking. Two, he's not marking. Three, he's not marking. Four, he's not marking. Five, he's not marking. All of them are in and around this player, but yet none of them make any active movement towards either blocking the pass, cutting the passing angle, or just sticking tight to him. And then again, this guy. So as we let it play through, that's how much time he has. He can even take a touch. He's not marking. He's not marking him. Reason being, he's not in a position where he can look at both the man and also the ball. His focus is directly towards the ball. He has no idea. He does have an idea, but the thing with when you're marking in the box, the striker doesn't really need that much space. You don't want to talk about that. Just think of just redirecting a ball, right? Sometimes you don't always have to extend your foot. Sometimes just giving the ball direction, not stretching out your foot. As the ball comes, maybe you just guide there. That's all the space that you need. You don't need all the. Even this is way too much. He fakes him again, and then look at this. Okay, there's finally someone marking him as the ball comes in. All those players back. And then none of them even bothered to try and follow the man there. Okay, let's look. So he takes a touch. He should have been much more closer. And he spinned up two times. And then, like, you see, that's all the space that you need. Yeah, this is a much better angle. So you see, as the cross comes in, look at him. He's not marking. This is too much space in the box to leave towards another player. Too much. As the ball continues, all right, you know what he does? That's smart. So if you see the way he's cooking, you think as if he's struggling, or he's just arguing with the sake of arguing. No, 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 no. What he's doing here is very intentive. So you see, he has his hands on the player, but look at his body shape, right? What he's actually doing, he's not wrestling, because if he was wrestling, his torso, I think, and his shoulders would be much more closer to the player. What he's trying to do is create space. Look at the way his arms are. You see, He's pushing, his arms are extended. He's trying to push off him, or he's already pushed off him to create just that little bit of separation. That's some smart play right there. And as the ball comes in, it's a really, you know what, we'll give him that because of, he's able to. So you know what, it might be luck, it might be good positioning, it might be that he's very good at flicking the ball in, but that's some smart play from him. All right, this player runs past there, and now I have a problem with this. I mean, it's just too easy. It really is, because I know he's a center back. He's gotten past the first line, no problem here. But I just feel like they're way too close to each other. In a scenario that I would have maybe liked is maybe they drop back, or if possible, they were back a bit further, and then he's here. And then he probably comes towards somewhere here. Not to be too close, but he maybe is the one be here. He probably should be maybe somewhere here. Enough distance from each other that they don't disturb each other, but also that they can also back up and cover each other. These two are way higher. But anyway, let's just give the defender the benefit of the doubt. He's really good at dribbling, and it happened whereby he's pushed forward and into a back. Okay, no problem there. But then look at the numbers they've committed here: 1, 2, 3, and look at where they've placed themselves in between the two centre backs. And then he's doing the smart thing. He's dropping off because they will, in case the ball goes forward, push towards that direction. And as they're going there, they'll leave space in behind them. Happens tons of times, cutbacks. All right, boys played out wide. And if you look at this, problems all over. Gigantic gap, gigantic gap. And they're not really marking. So it's one of those, you might as well commit to something, right? So these two play. I mean, I don't know how he's going to defend because he's looking at the ball and then he's running this way. So already he has no bearing on where this play is. Same thing here. He's looking forward or trying to look at that side, but this player will definitely get past him if anything. All right. So can you at least stop the ball from being played through? Before we go there, I think these two could have switched. I think you know what? I do think he should be the one. Go for this. And he probably could go and cover for him. Reason why I'm saying is this, because he can come like this. He can only come from this direction. And the player that's here will probably want to go in that direction. So which means is that they're probably going to miss each other, but he probably has a better chance and angle to go towards that ball because he can go like that. And then he can make space for himself to go, not really space, but he can create that circumstance where he's able to try and cut out the pass, or if possible, just force him down the line. And in an end, no one really goes for it. As we see here, two players, two big gaps. What do you think will happen? What do we think will happen? Cross, and then he gets to it first. I mean, it's just too easy the way the ball. Okay, let's not say too easy. Let's say that he's very good at putting a cross in. All right, he's very good at putting in a cross in, but still, he is behind the player. The player is ahead of him. He is completely gone. He has all the time and space in the world to take a shot. And you know what he does? Brings it down. That's a good strike. I know, not because it hits the keeper, but how quick he's able to bring the ball on his chest, bring it down, and take a strike. That's really good. That's extremely good. Not extremely good, but it's good. It's good. But the only thing that could be okay, this is also a very bad from the goalkeeper, for to be honest. But that's good. The only difference is that maybe next time it should be in a corner. But it's good how quick he's able to take the strike on. It's really really good. Let's just try and see it from a different angle. He had way too much time and space. But even though still, you don't give players this much time and space in the box, they will take advantage. Trust me. Chest it down and then boom. Goalkeeper could definitely do better, if we're to be honest. This was a really confusing goal because it's difficult if you hit it from the wrong, But fortunately enough, there is an angle that's able to show us how exactly the ball went through. All right, so we've seen where the free kick is being taken from. He's here. All right, 2 men on the wall. But this could have been. Let's see what the ball goes. Maybe that wall could have been set up better. The fact that it crawls right across his arm tells me that maybe the ball could have been set up better. This player as a defender, you usually you tend to go for it. It's just instinct. You're better. You try to be safe than sorry, but instead he just puts it into the back of his own net. And also, ball is coming from this direction. You are standing here. You decide to stick your leg out. But remember, you're stretching your leg out, and the motion is going towards this side. The ball is coming from this side, and the goal is this side. Guess what happens? Anyway, oh, sorry about that one. All right, let's get on to the next goal of the match, which is coming up very soon. All right, cross in the box, cross in the box, cross in the box. Do we see anything peculiar? Do we see any problems in this set piece? You've guessed it. Nobody in the box. Nobody on the D. No defending player is here. The attacking player, you know what? He's just alright. He's also alright. Reason why you want to be an attacking player, if you're here, form will most likely go here when corner is taken. Maybe a set piece sometimes, but does depend. If a corner is taken, I said this I do mean free kicks. Sometimes throw-ins too. Hey, don't judge me. I make mistakes. Or do I? Anyway, yeah. So if you're attacking, you'd want to be here. Reason being, you can shoot the ball, you can recycle the ball, and there's lots of other stuff you can do with the ball that I do not really that I can't mention at the time. But recycling the ball and then being able to take a shot, that's one of them. If you're a defending player, you can stop counterattacks, you can block the shots, you can actually even start counterattacks. You just be there so that you don't make it so easy for the opposition. All right, let's go through this. Cross is taken in. He heads it down. And guess what? It's one of those, like, if you're heading it, it's most likely going to arrive in this position because in the defender's mind, he can't really take it out for a corner. It doesn't make sense. You're putting more pressure. There's not enough power to take it out for a throw-in. Best case scenario would probably take it out somewhere here. Then again, the ball can still come back out. So it just happens. But you just want it to go. You don't want it to go to the center because, especially in this situation where there's no defending player in that position. So he basically laid this off for the opposition. And also, there are players in front of the goalkeeper. But I don't know. I just feel he could have done better. It's a good strike, though. That will give him. You see, he has all the time and space in the world. There's a few players in front of the keeper. Something tells me he could have done better. Goalkeeper also wasn't his best game. It's one of those you just want to get the game over and done with. You do something else. All right. This ball starts from far, and I'm just going to blame this completely on the goalkeeper. Yes, you could say there's supposed to be a bit of pressure, but here's the thing. I do understand that it's not likely, but someone can score from this position. But it's also how they score. Is it deflected? Does it go straight? Is it a knuckleball? Is it a curling ball? And then if you look at this, right, people say, no, but come on. I mean, who are you expecting to shoot from here, especially where in nowadays where people always want to take the ball into the high probability XG zone that will guarantee you? No, no, no. It takes a touch, takes another touch. All right, now look at the shot. This is just goalkeeper error. I mean, look at the player that look at the player that shot the ball. Even he is not impressed. He's just walking away. No need to, like the keepers had a howler. Yeah, this one is just a howler from the keeper. Very, very big howler. The player didn't even celebrate the goal. I mean, this could have been he could have done better. Otherwise, let's move on to the next goal. I don't even think there's a replay of this. No, no. Keeper's having a bad day. All right. All the space in the world. No one's marking him. Gigantic gap in between. What could go wrong? All right. Player that has the ball is here. Do you see that? So he takes a big touch. And then now, if you're okay. I do understand there's a player that is on the wing here that he assumes the ball be passed to. If you can't see the player, you notice there's a shadow here. Don't think it's the referee because the ref is there and his shadow is there. So in this case, yeah, you understand that there's another player here. And then you want, in the best case scenario, what you want is for him to make a decision. By that, if he plays the ball, it's okay. You would have forced another action, and then you'd probably have your teammate, or just have hopefully someone can help you from there. Because what made me so not really the reason why I'm saying this particular motion, look at the big touch. So now what happens is that if you have defended before, there's this thing where the defender will be tracking back, and then the player that's attacking will be moving towards the defender with the ball. And then what you notice most of the time is that the defender will actually close down the distance because he's moving at a slower pace than the person that has the ball, and then they eventually meet. But here he matches his pace and moves even further back, and then he's lost both. Would want to try and take him out of the game or force him to make that pass, and then could force him into a corner. Because even here, I do feel he can run quicker. I really do think he can run quicker. This, he's free. These two have lost their marker or lost their player. He is in Disneyland at this point. Cross comes in, and it's completely someone else that gets the ball. I mean, he's here, right? Oh, sorry about that. So you see, it should have just tried to force it. By that, slow down so that you close the distance, and then you force him to make a decision. Yeah, he can get past you, but then you would not have. No, what matters is that the decision is made. You do not want your opponents to be making decisions for you. Look at the player that's here. Remember, these two are level with each other. And he lets him go. I don't know. I don't know. It feels like another one where I think the goalkeeper could have done slightly better. It's another one of those ones. It's one of them ones, yeah, as they say. Let's move back a bit. Cross comes in. I do think the keeper could have done better also there. I really do think so. Anyway, next goal of the match, somewhere around here. He's running with the ball. Gap is there, but not yet to be exploited. Trust me when I say he's not marking him, and then there's no cover. At this point, track back, hope for the best. Ball is played out wide. Okay, so now you have to start preparing. I think he's already lost this battle before it even starts. But this is straight, right? Yeah, that's straight. So look at these two lines, right? So let me get this one out. So already he's given him the chance. They're not level. He's gone further in front. And then the way he's facing, his shoulders are this way, and then his face is facing that way. So already he's put himself off balanced. And if we keep moving further, he's put himself in the worst possible position. He's ahead of him. So which means it opens up any angle to do that. And also, this is their box, right? This is the 18-yard box. Let's just try and make a connection. Boom, boom. No. It doesn't look good like that. Yeah, it doesn't make it as obvious. So let's go. Boom, boom. This is their box, but I mean, look at all this space that's here. Cross or simple ball is played in. The fact he has enough time to even to bring the ball to rest. And then look at him, aura farming. Oh, sorry, that's not nice. Look, he knows. He's even celebrating before he even takes the shot. That's a good goal. That's too horrible defending. For this guy, it's bad day at the office. But anywho, bad day at the office. Goalkeeper defends most of everything. Otherwise, it's one of those days. Though, oh sorry, if you want to see more videos like this, match analysis, like, share, subscribe, comment. If there's anything I made wrong, please do let me know. I do appreciate the comments, and we'll be happy to receive and also get feedback on any points that you may not agree with. Otherwise, if you want more of this, subscribe, do all the good stuff, and I'll see you in the next match analysis video. Peace.